There we go. Now the camera works. Sorry about that. Good morning, everyone. Yeah, that was the fastest stream ever. Amazing. Um, hey, Mauritius Silica. Atsuki Magshen Kuru. Hey, how's everyone doing? Yeah, so something happened. I had to restart the stream. Hopefully that's all cool with you guys. Um, I was in the middle of doing something and I didn't have all the time I usually have to prep, click the buttons and so on. And now it's I'm have to do it now. Great stream. See you tomorrow. Yeah, exactly. Good morning, Tikan, Princess, Babu 220. All right, throw me some topics. Let's do this. Let's get another topic going. Yesterday was probably the all-time best topic ever, which was cosmic banana. Man, that was a good one. So please do start giving me some topics and let's do it. Mexican standoff, Master Chef. That's pretty cool. Man who can't breathe. That's pretty cool as well. Hey, Orby. Good morning. Stretch. So we got 3 topics. Need more. 3 more. Smallest giant. That's pretty good. That's 4. All right, let's see if there's more than. Let's roll the dice, and if it's underneath 5, it's going to be 5. Oh, I knew it. Typical. So next topic wins. Throw topics out there, and that's the winner. Insert topic here. No. Skinny gladiator alligator. Orby won. Skinny gladiator alligator. Is it with the 1? All alley. Not Ollie. Alley. By Orby 1. Alright. There we go. Skinny gladiator alligator by Orby. Now we're on a roll. Skinny gladiator, alligator gladiator. Skinny gladiator alligator. Okay. Skinny gladiator, alligator gladiator. Okay, I got this. Kind of gonna try like this alligator jumping up and charging something and it being skinny. Interesting. This lag again. So not good. Magishan, oh, that's great. Congratulations. That's good news. More pay is always good because you can carry that if you do choose to move on to some other job. You carry that salary you know, as a point of discussions when it comes to what your new salary should be. You can always say, I had this salary at this place, so you gotta match it at least, you know. So that's great. Good. That's good stuff, Magshan. That's how you do it. Let's give it. Let's give him. Let's make it fantasy alligator character. Give it some gear. See, alligator. They have their eyes sideways, right? Quite shallow faces, like pointing sideways. And they have thin thing and then like a lump on the end. Marius, yeah, well, I think you should once a year though negotiate your salary. Marius, yeah, definitely. And another thing, I told yesterday that I would participate in the golden ticket, but I got some like freelance work I'm gonna be doing instead, so no golden ticket for me. But that also means no extra amount of streams because I'm going to be busy with this freelance. Good for me, in a way. Fun to work on, but yeah. Hey, Captain Jetlag, good morning. Welcome, welcome. Good for me, bad for stream, yeah. Unfortunately, yes. This lag is really limiting. Like when I started the stream, I got this warning of high CPU usage. So obviously it's struggling with something. It could be memory or I have been having Netflix on the side, and maybe Firefox has, you know, it's updated recently, so maybe it's done something that just kind of eats RAM or CPU, probably because, you know, Netflix is showing, so I've been watching some movie in the background, so most likely it's just eating up available memory. But I really, really want you guys to participate in the golden ticket, though. It's such an opportunity. If you don't need to do freelance to pay your bills, you should really, really consider participating in the golden ticket. Hey, Hugh Teo? Good morning. Kuru, who I usually do freelance for. Oh, it's random. I always get approached, like, oh, would you do this? Would you do this for us? Or would you do that? Different kind of clients. Most of the times I just tell them, like contact through Opus, where I work. Um, and, so we can still work together. But in this instance, it's I thought about spare time and so on, and I thought, I need to up the bank account a bit, so I took on some extra. Will sleep significantly less, but I've done that many times, of extra freelance, and it doesn't affect my day job. I still perform, so it doesn't matter. And where I work, some places don't want you to freelance. You're not allowed, but we have another agreement, that you can, as long as your day job doesn't be affected. And of course, that's only fair. Hey, Svensenart, welcome back. How was your vacation? Where did you go? Was it anywhere hot? You went, I think you said you would go to your mother's, if I'm not mistaken. Kuru, yeah, definitely. Some studios don't allow you to do that, especially if you're a full-time position in-house. Most studios, they're okay with it, but some studios have what's it called? What was it called now? Now the name eludes me, but it's like a I think it's non-competitive clause or something like that. That as long as you're employed by this company, like a publisher, under a publisher wing, theoretically everything you do is owned by them. And if you want to freelance, you need to submit to them. Legally, you're under their flag. So if you want to do freelance, you need to make sure that you tell the company you work for, and the company will check that you're not going to be competing with any of their products being developed. Mostly that these kind of clauses are in bigger companies, that deal with huge amounts of IPs and projects like Sega, etc. But they have these clauses in their contracts that you're not allowed to, unless you ask permission beforehand, and only then, if they allow you to participate, you can. Otherwise, theoretically, like, they can stop the project of being released because you've worked on it. And obviously, that's not anything you would like. Prague is a cool place, definitely. Svensson, yeah, I had that also when I was working for Sega. Captain Jetlag, no, not necessarily. I mean, they pay good salary if you're a good employee. So obviously, they're not like, no, you're not allowed. Here's some shit pay. That's no one ever is gonna want to work there. Then if it's that way. But obviously, you're not getting a bonus because you not allowed to do freelance. I mean, then everyone would say, oh, I do freelance, give me more money, or I will freelance. You know, that you can't, that doesn't work that way. So I know that a lot of people working for places like that, they have projects on the side, on the sly, and they don't show them, or they don't talk about them publicly. Only when they leave, they can start showing it. You know, otherwise the publisher will say, oh, here, that's done during your employment with us. It's very common. Or of course you can do project, but not for money, I think. It's a very weird non-compete clause. Kuru, yeah. I mean, no, yeah, obviously it's always good to know things, but a lot of these things also you learn by doing, or learn by experiencing, like the non-compete clause. Crocodiles do they have vertical eyes or horizontal eyes? Hmm. No. Yes. Probably. Right. Something like that. Some weird eye. Baba 220, vertical, right? Right. Captain Jetlag, yeah, that's probably a good idea. If you have the energy to do it, I think that's only a good thing. There's always this. I've found there's always these layers of people. You know, there's people who have energy to let's say go and read up on business, and there's people that don't and just kind of roll with the punches. Sometimes those people are lucky. Sometimes those people are unlucky, and they pay the price for, you know, like not educating themselves in matters. And I would love to know this, like statistics of that, like how many have to pay the price of, you know, of just not caring enough. Svensson Art. I wanted to. I started, but I got a freelance gig that might occupy all my spare time. But I started over the weekend working on like sketching it out, and now I have this freelance. But we'll see. We'll see. Actually, I might do the THU and the freelance. It depends on how it goes. I need to do some math. Hey, Namanivishal, thank you. Good morning. And you can't see what it is? Ah, too bad. I kind of see what it is without, obviously I'm biased because I'm painting it, but I don't think it's that far off, you know. But I'll give it a thought of seeing what I can do to enhance it. I mean, I'm just halfway through the time anyways, so there is time to improve it. So hopefully I'll be able to do that, and you'll be able to see a little bit easier what it is I'm drawing. But if you do want, the topic is in the stream, you should be able to see what I'm drawing. But if you just visually don't, then I might be in trouble. Let's give him some gladiator style armor maybe. Oh, that's cool, Svensson. Yeah, you should do the challenge. I'm looking forward to see what you do as well. But I will try to do it. I think it's a good opportunity to push yourself a bit. Also, it's fun to do. It's really fun to do challenges. I do enjoy those. Should have the probably something like that. Let's see what happens if I move this. Oh no. Yeah, I find challenges are really good motivator for me. Not that I'm lacking motivation. I think I have too much motivation, too much ideas and projects. Should maybe learn to relax a bit as well. But I don't know. I like creating too much to stand still. Let's try to add the crocktail. I started. I mentioned that I had Netflix going. Is revisiting Shawshank Redemption again. Such a good movie. Magician, yeah, it just blends there, for sure. It could be a Dark Souls character. Yeah, it could be. But crocodiles they're so vicious. The, there's this clip that was kind of going around a bit from National Geographics about smaller crocodile, like capturing a wallaby or something like a little kangaroo of sorts. And it just completely destroyed it. It's amazing. Like, it snuck up on it underwater. It was drinking water at the edge of the pond or whatever it was. And the crocodile just kind of was swimming carefully underneath the water and then swam up and bit it. And looking at the teeth, etc., you knew that the bite messed it up, the wallaby up instantly. But that wasn't the craziest part. The craziest part was when the crocodile kind of swam up and then just shook the body like a rag doll, and it just completely broke it apart, and it was just flying pieces of wallaby all over the place just by like shaking it, like dogs shake the stick or the tug toy or whatever, when they bite on it and shake it. But the crocodile just completely just like confetti, wallaby confetti all over the lake. And apparently that's what they do. They shake them up so that it becomes smaller pieces and it's easier to eat than try to swallow the whole animal. Yeah, definitely amazing, but also so vicious. You look at it and you go, just what? You would think that the body of the wallaby at least, would have some sort of resistance, but no. Very much so, the fuss. Very much so. Probably can find it if you YouTube like crocodile and wallaby or something. Marius. Oh no. You went there. Okay, we're 5 minutes left. Annoying lag is keeping me from picking up the pace a bit. I feel like I don't have it fully flowing as I want it to flow. Today I feel that I'm not talking that much. It's not very good for the listening audience, but my brain is a bit overworked for the lecture. I've been thinking about of the lecture and been writing it, but I promise next stream in advance I will think about some topic to discuss, because I like having something to rant about. It makes it easier to focus on what I need to do rather than focusing on having something to say, so that's my promise for tomorrow, at least, to have some point to make, at least, or some sort of talk topic. other than I don't know. Alligator Floridian? Swamp cap Floridian. Kurudo. This is not your fault. I knew that I wasn't, like I said, when at the beginning of the stream, I wasn't prepared. I was caught up in work and didn't prepare the stream at all. Didn't click any buttons, didn't, prep the camera, all these things. That's why with a weird start, it was a little bit all over the place. Tomorrow I'll make sure to keep an eye on the clock for the warm-up. Two minutes left. I think today's warm-up pretty okay. I think I would have liked to do it better, but knowing that I was a little bit, or am a little bit, all over the place today, I'd say I'm pretty. It's a pretty okay one. I was too much in the work zone, busting out concepts. I forgot about the stream. My head is elsewhere. Thanks, Magshin. Svensson Art, yeah. I'm very much so looking forward to IFCC. To do my talk, meet fantastic people, be back at IFCC with Marco, the organizer. I love the workshop, IFCC. I think it's a great workshop, and it's run by some really good people, and there's great people coming. All in all, I really enjoy it. Hopefully, I mean, this year there's some really cool instructors. It's going to be fun to go and listen to their talk as well. Svensson Art. Yeah, beer and animals. Yeah, that's a good one. To draw an animal, you mean, from imagination. It's a scary thing to do. All right. This is today's. Thanks for the topic, Orbi. It was an interesting thing to paint. I would say I haven't drawn a crocodile in a very, very long time. And also a skinny gladiator alligator. Thanks. I think 4 out of 5 wallabies is acceptable for not looking at reference and just winging it. Anyways, thanks everyone for coming. I'll try to get a more coherent discussion going on tomorrow on the stream. Some preparation. But anyways, no excuses. Have a good one. Good night, good day. And here comes the outro. As per usual, it's time for a new outro, I think.